Ever had that awkward moment when the electricity bill lands or someone asks for their share of the groceries and suddenly the vibe in the house goes from best friends to silent resentment? Yeah, we've all been there. Money can be a huge source of conflict when you're sharing a home, but it doesn't have to be. Today, we're talking about how to split utilities, rent, and groceries, not just equally, but fairly, without ruining your friendships. The common mistake people make is aiming for equality. Everyone pays the exact same amount. Sounds simple, right? But what if one person works from home and uses a lot more electricity, or one roommate travels constantly and barely touches the groceries? Is it truly fair for them to pay the same as someone who's always there? Think of it like this. Equality is a perfectly balanced seesaw. Fairness acknowledges that different situations and different usage patterns exist. It's about figuring out what feels right for everyone involved, even if the numbers aren't perfectly identical. It takes a little more thought, but it pays off big time in peace and harmony. So, where do you start? The absolute first step is open communication. Before you even move in, or right now if you haven't already, sit down and have the talk. Not that talk, but the money talk. Discuss things like, what are our expected monthly expenses for rent, utilities, internet, and streaming services? Who uses what the most? Be honest about remote work, shower habits, or even that gaming console that's always running. And how do we handle shared groceries? Do we all cook together, or does everyone mostly buy their own food? Getting this out in the open first is the foundation for everything else. Once you've had that initial chat, you can start tailoring your split. Let's talk specifics. For rent, if bedrooms aren't equal in size or one has a private bathroom, consider a proportional split. The person with the bigger room or better amenities might pay a little more. For utilities like electricity, gas, and water, if one person genuinely uses significantly more, like that remote worker or someone who runs an AC in their room all night, consider a slightly adjusted percentage. Maybe it's 40, 30, 30 for 3 people, instead of an even split. Internet and streaming services are often best split equally, as everyone typically gets the same benefit. And for groceries, if you share meals, a joint fund can work. If everyone eats separately, tracking individual purchases might be better. Many people find a mixed approach works best, where you split staples like oil and spices, but buy your personal items separately. Now, even with the best intentions and the clearest agreements, things can get messy. Who paid for the internet this month? Did Sarah pay me back for the toilet paper? This is where tracking and transparency become your best friends. Relying on memory or scribbling things on random bits of paper is a recipe for disaster. You need a centralized system that records every shared expense, clearly calculates who owes what, and even sends reminders so no one has to feel like they're nagging. This is why so many successful shared households use dedicated tools. A specialized app for shared living provides a central, neutral place for all these transactions. It takes away so much stress, keeps everyone accountable, and makes sure no one feels like they're carrying an unfair burden. This is the difference between just surviving shared living and truly thriving in it. So remember, fairness over equality is the golden rule. Communicate openly. Tailor your splits to your unique situation and use a reliable system for tracking everything. Do this and you'll not only save money, but more importantly, you'll save your friendships and create a much happier home. What are your best tips for splitting bills fairly? It's worth thinking about. Thanks for listening.